It's your boy DJ Akademiks, and Michael Jordan, otherwise known as the best player that's ever laced up a pair of basketball sneakers, came out in a recent book saying at one point he considered himself to be racist. Now, as many people might not know, we just went through the Donald Sterling thing, and Michael Jordan's latest book saying when he was growing up through times and also within a community, he grew up in North Carolina where the Ku Klux Klan dominated, it really shaped his views on race. He said those views were strengthened by movies like Roots, which I think it was for everybody, and also personal experiences. For example, a girl at his school called him nigga. Now, he said he didn't like all white people. Of course, this is not the same Michael Jordan of today. He probably doesn't feel the same way Donald Sterling does, but growing up as a child and being faced with so much racial adversity, that's the young, unfiltered emotion he had towards white people at times. Was it really racist, or was it just him reacting to how everything else was acting towards him? Now, fast forward to the Michael Jordan of today, and after reading these excerpts and thinking about the person he is now and how he moves and operates himself, I really thought, wow, damn, you could have fooled me. I mean, I would never think Michael Jordan's racist, at least now, because I think at this point in life, I think Michael Jordan doesn't give a fuck about nobody. He doesn't give a fuck about humans in general. Michael Jordan now only gives a fuck about dollars or sneakers. He doesn't give a fuck about black, white, Republican, Democrat, young, old. And this is one of the reasons why every time I hear Michael Jordan in a non-basketball context, I am utterly disgusted by him. I made a statement not too long ago on Twitter saying when he came out condemning the racist ways of Donald Sterling, a lot of people were like, yeah, finally Michael Jordan spoke up on it. And I was like, to keep it real, he could hold those comments, because I really don't give a fuck what Michael Jordan says about Donald Sterling. And a lot of people were like, well, he's a known and a former basketball player, and he's a black man. Why wouldn't you care what Michael Jordan had to say? My thing is, listen, I don't like hypocrites. If you're going to speak out on issues that affect black people only when it's convenient, I really don't give a fuck what you're gonna say. I'd be a hypocrite if I only spoke up about issues that affected us from the external point of view. Like saying, Donald Sterling? Oh yeah, fuck that guy. He was oppressing us black people. He was holding us down. He was affecting our community negatively. While I'm ignoring the thousands of coons running around Detroit, Chicago, LA that's killing each other and committing senseless crimes that's doing more damage to the black community than Donald Sterling did by himself. The thing is, the reason why I use the word coons to describe all these niggas committing senseless crimes is because a coon is someone that's really a drone. He's operating as an agent, committing fuckery, and destroying the black community from within. The same thing most people like to glorify and turn a blind eye to, that's coon shit. A nigga who pumps poison within his community, runs around with a gun, robs people, commits senseless crimes, and rips apart families by committing murders for dumb reasons. If that's not a coon, I don't know what is. I could give a strong argument that I dislike those people more than I dislike Donald Sterling. I don't think he's done all the fuckery that I see these Chicago coons doing. I mean, yeah, he's pretty prejudiced. He's discriminated many times before. I'm not sure if he's responsible for as many lives innocently as these coons in Chicago keep racking up body counts on a weekly basis. And I've always said that black people at this point, black people hate black people more than white people do at this point. Black people hurt their own community at this point more than white people could ever do. But of course we point the finger outside before pointing at ourselves, and then after we're done pointing at ourselves, then point it outside. Now, as it relates to Michael Jordan doesn't give a fuck about the black community. I mean, Michael Jordan, if you really think about it, the same guy who's saying, oh, Donald Sterling should not be allowed here because of all the effect he's had on the black community. Think about the effect that Michael Jordan himself has had on the black community. Maybe not directly, but indirectly. His companies co-sign, manufacture, and set up a systematic a lot of fuckery and senseless crime keeps happening. All these limited shoe releases. And I mentioned it on Twitter. Michael Jordan is now in a position where he could either change policies. He could, if he really cared about the black community, Denounce the culture of senseless crime that is now the sneaker culture. Sneaker culture is crime culture nowadays. You're rocking the new Air Yeezys, you better have a gun to make sure no nigga's trying to rob you. You rocking those limited Jordans, you better got a knife because a nigga want to take them. That's the thing that I'm saying. Sneaker release dates in America are like nigga holidays. And knowing that and seeing that there's always crimes being committed in those avenues and those venues, if you're Michael Jordan and you see that this is negatively affecting your community, because I don't see a bunch of white dudes killing each other for Jordans. I don't see a bunch of Asian niggas stabbing each other for Jordans. The only people I see doing it is niggas. And yes, you can't control how dumb niggas are. They're going to do what they do, but you could curb that behavior by controlling what you can if you really cared. Police have suggested to companies like Nike, Reebok, Adidas, take your online releases or limited releases and put them online. Don't create this mass hysteria because, number one, the county cops can't deal with them. The town cops can't deal with them. Security at the mall or wherever the store is, they can't deal with these goons that come in armed. So put it online where people could get these sneakers. Now, Michael Jordan, because he only cares about the bottom line, not saying that's wrong, but all your efforts can be about the bottom line and then claim that you care about the black community when obviously you don't. You only care about it when convenient and when it's not affecting your business structure. So Donald Sterling, he's bad for business. Fuck him, let's denounce him. Negroes are killing each other over your sneakers all the time. Speak out about it? I've never seen Michael Jordan even make a statement. Fuck even put it online. Come out and denounce it. Michael Jordan's never spoke on that shit. Not to my knowledge. Maybe he has, but not to my knowledge he hasn't. Michael Jordan is a definition of a nigga who, after playing on the court, he took no social responsibility elsewhere. Never made a stand really politically. Not saying he has to, but he never did. He's never made a stand for anything really socially. And he can't even denounce a crime culture that his own fucking sneakers has encouraged and continue to develop. So I don't want to hear Michael Jordan talk about Donald Sterling. Before I hear him talk about Donald Sterling, I want to hear him talk about Negroes shooting each other over fucking Jordans. So when it relates to this whole story about Michael Jordan at one point thinking he was racist, even now, I don't think Michael Jordan likes white people, black people, Asians, Mexicans, Indians. He doesn't give a fuck. He only cares about the dollar. And that's the thing about Michael Jordan. He's a businessman, but he has no social and moral responsibility, or he has shown none. So that's the reason why I don't want to hear him talk about certain shit. Unless you're talking about dribbling a fucking ball, putting it in a fucking hoop, I really don't want to hear Michael Jordan talk about shit. Not socially, because you show no responsibility. You care nothing unless it's about your business. So get the fuck on out of here with that. But I want you guys to get in the comment box. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think about these comments that Michael Jordan made saying he thought he was racist at one point? What do you think about Michael Jordan now, outside of basketball? Do you think he's doing enough for the black community? Do you think he cares? Get in the comment box. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that share button. Also subscribe. It's your boy DJ Akademiks, and I'm out.